And today we drove from the Organ Pipe Cactus National Park and drove to Tucson. And it was maybe a couple of 100 miles of driving, good long drive through the desert, crossing a reservation, and eventually ending up here in Tucson. And we then went shopping at a Kroger store, Winco Foods, I think it was, and loaded up on goodies for the next few days and drove down Highway 10 till we got to 83. And then we went down 83, past the Border Patrol Station, inspection station here, and then we got on the Empire Ranch Road and went up to the Seneguita campground, which is a BLM area, free stay 14 days. And the following morning we drove back up to the Empire Ranch Foundation, and unfortunately the foundation grounds were closed, so you could drive around and look around, but nothing was open to get into. So I just did a drive-by, looked at everything, took a quick video, and then left, and we departed on down the dirt road here. Excuse me, back past the Seneguata campground and on down here, dirt roads all the way past Road Canyon Camp area. And it looked like a nice area there, and next time I go through there, I will stay. We did leave the campground here because there was up to 2 feet of snow forecast for the next couple of days, and I did not want to get stuck in that after having driven through blizzards and heavy snows just to get down to Quartzsite and then start traveling around the southwest. So anyway, we got through there, drove down here, and it's just a beautiful drive. Rolling grass plains, high altitude. I'm not sure what the elevation is, but not a lot of trees. It's more grasses and short, scrubby-looking trees. So then we got onto Highway 82 here and headed on over towards Tombstone. And somewhere along in here, we just pulled off the road and made a quick lunch and relaxed for a little while. And so, well, over here is Tombstone, where we got into Tombstone and watched the reenactment of the gunfight at the OK Corral. And that is another video. I'll put a link above right about now. And enjoyed that. Okay, so let's go to the closer in map. Okay, this is the closer in detailed map of the Empire Ranch BLM area. And here's the border checkpoint, and then about a mile or so down the road from there is the turnoff going up to the Empire Ranch Foundation, which is here. And there's nothing there. It's an old ranch, a bunch of buildings, offices, but there's no camping or anything down there. So you just kind of keep going on the road here until you get to the Seneguita campground, and there's about 12 or so BLM spaces that you can camp in out here, and they're all pretty far apart. It's a nice camp area. The terrain is flat land, mostly grasses and a few scrubby-looking trees. They might be oaks or something, but anyway, I had a real nice evening there, made some steak and whatever else, and then the next morning I drove back up to the foundation and drove through that and saw the buildings. There's a section of this video showing those buildings. So then after that, we took off down the dirt road here and drove on out and just enjoyed the scenery. Beautiful drive, a lot of grassland, rolling hills. Went past this, didn't stay there, but maybe next time. And we kept on driving along down the road here. More rolling hills, grasslands, beautiful area. Then that is, I believe it's the 900 road. So then we got down to State Highway 82, and then we just continued on over to Tombstone and made some lunch along the way. Okay, so let's get on with the rest of the video. So here we are at the Empire Ranch headquarters. No overnight camping, Empire Ranch, cattle and horses. So I don't know if it's still open or if it's more or less abandoned and run by the Park Service. All the buildings have rusty sheet metal on them. But there is a pit toilet out here. Empire Ranch Foundation, get involved. Empire Ranch, the gift center's over here. If it's open. So, I don't know. I imagine at one point it was a pretty good sized operation, but I don't think there's anyone here anymore. House over there, flags up. It's closed. I guess you can self-guide yourself through here. But being that we have a wind and snowstorm on the way, well, somebody might be staying in there. It looks like it's got furniture. So, once upon a time, I imagine it was a pretty big to-do. There's another stone building down in the brush there. You can't see it with this camera. Alright, let's get going. I'm camped up here at the Empire Ranch BLM land in Arizona. And what's interesting is that it feels more like I'm camped out on the Serengeti plain with all the flat, grassy land around me. There were a handful of people here last night. Looks like most of them have already taken off. There's 2 people down over that way, and cows over there under the trees. And there goes what looks like a dog catcher there. He's got a dog, might be a cattle dog guy. He's got a dog cage on the back of his truck. So, very cool spot here. Gonna head to Tombstone now. We are leaving the campground and we are going to drive along the 900 road. Got a little water on the windshield there. It had a quick rain burst, so just wiping it off real quick and then getting back on the road going, and also letting a car pass. There's 2 or 3 cars that were on the road that I let pass. I'm driving my truck camper, and so I'm not going to be going over these bumps and things so fast, but you can see all the scrubby trees and the grasslands that are out here, and it's pretty flat but beautiful country, and you can see a glimpse of turnouts all along the way here, and people just pull off and set up a camp along these turnoffs, and if you keep sharp eye, you'll pick up on a couple of them. So now we've taken our sharp turn towards the south, I believe, and we'll be coming up on the State Highway 82 in a while. But we're going to keep on cruising along the past here. There goes another, I think that was actually a Mercedes SUV that went past us there. Every once in a while we go across one of these little concrete sections of the road that are dips for where waterways are. There, we just passed another little camp area, but so we just keep driving along here, and you keep your eyes out. There's deer and all kinds of stuff out along the way. That was a Class C, or actually a B plus motorhome that went by. I think it's an Avion or something like that. But so yeah, we're getting a little more into grassland here, and I think there's a lot of open range cattle going along things. There's another campsite there, and we're coming up to the road here. So now we are on State Route 82, and we are actually stuck doing 40 miles an hour on this road because there's a couple of big oversized load trucks ahead of us, and they have a state patrol escort that is not allowing anyone to pass. So we're going to keep going along the roadway here for a while, and then we're going to come up to a turnout, and since we're only doing 40 miles an hour, I think it's a good time for me to just turn off the highway and make some lunch quick. And that is what we're going to do here coming up shortly. So I think I pulled some chili that I had made from scratch a few days earlier and just had chili at a little pull-off of the highway here. And I think I sat around there for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, made a couple of phone calls, and took care of business and ate lunch and just relaxed. So we're going to get hopping here again. It was a handy little spot to pull out for a while. Traffic is doing 60 miles an hour again, so I took advantage of that low traffic to just bite the dust, bite the bullet, and eat some lunch. Okay, so we are heading our way to Tombstone now, and we're just going to be driving along this section of highway here. I think we got about another 10 or 15 miles to go, and you can see that it's all the same kind of scrub and grass and small trees all around us. But coming into Tombstone, I really enjoyed being there for a day. Had a fun time going up and down the old main street of Tombstone and seeing the historic buildings, going through the shops. And there's a few things that I would have liked to have gotten there. There's a lot of good cowboy boots and hats and leather goods on sale through the town at reasonable prices. And I did get some food in town. It was kind of ordinary, nothing particularly special about it. I don't remember the exact place I went in and ate, though. And so now we are just going to cruise a couple miles south here and we'll be coming into Tombstone. Yeah, I believe there was another border checkpoint right there. So we are in Tombstone now. And I'm just going to go through a couple of blocks here real quick and get my bearing. So we're going to go circle around back down the same road, but this time we're going to go left. And we're going to head on up and then down to a RV parking area. So go down here, swing around and park. And here is a picture of Archie and Poppy getting along. They look so cute together. Poppy was made from a bucket of sugar and kisses, and Archie was made of something completely different. But they do get along. They have their moments, and other times they are after each other. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next video, and don't forget to leave a like and ask any questions that you might have. All right, take care.